Welcome back to the channel, guys. Farm Sim Snowy here. So we've got some more mods again today, so let's go and check them all out. So first of all, we've got one update today, and it is this, which is the Massey Ferguson 8700S. This was by Bale, and the update is changelog 1.0 minor bugs fixed, black option added, day running lights added, original warning signs added, wheel options re-edited, and mod and store icons changed. So that is the only update for today. And moving on to the new mods for today, we've got this first. This is the Liebherr TL 436-7. This is a telehandler, so you'll find this under vehicles and telehandlers. This is by KRKZ-modding. 73,000 base price. It's 122 horsepower. It runs at top speed of 24 miles per hour, and this is 8 slots if you're on console. Got a few options here. We've got a wheel brand. We can change from Trelleborg, Michelin, Mitas, BKT, Nokians, and back to Trelleborg. In Trelleborg we have got standard, wide tyres, back to standard. Michelin's you can't change, it's just set on wide. Mitas is just set on standard. BKT's we've got standard, wide tyres, and back to standard. And then Nokians we've got standard, wide tyres, and back to standard. Front guard bar, you've got no or yes, so it puts that bar on the front there, and then back to no. And then beacon lights, we've got no, default beacon light, or you can go for an LED beacon light, and then back to no. Fenders, no or yes, so it puts the fenders across all 4 wheels, like so, and back to no. And then rim color we can change from standard or to communal, which gives it that orange look. If you want to go a bit more orangey, we can put a license plate on there as well. This does have a couple of little options. You can open the door as an animation, and you can change the steering from all steer, front wheel steer, and then the crab steering as well, so pretty cool. Apart from that, it works pretty much the same as any normal telehandler. So there you go, that is the first one. That's the Liebherr TL 436-7 by KRKZ-modding. And then we've got this fella. This is the Strautmann Tera-Vitesse CFS 5201DO. This is by GEFD25. This is a loading wagon, so you'll find this under tools and loading wagons. It is 131,000 base price, requires 240 horsepower to run. It will hold 50,000 litres of either grass, straw, silage, hay or chaff. 4 slots if you're on console, and when it's running it will run at 12 miles per hour. Couple of options as well. We've got wheel brand, we can change Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vedderstein, back to Trelleborg. Trelleborg you can't change, it's just set on standard. Michelin we've got standard, standard 2, standard 3, wide tyres 2, and back to standard. BKT's we've got standard, standard 2, and back to standard. Vedderstein we've got standard, standard 2, standard 3, wide tyres, wide 2, wide 3, and back to standard. And then we're back to Trelleborg after that. And then we do have the option to add the silage additive tanks. So at the minute it's no, but if you look at the front we can put yes, so it will add those tanks. So you can fill up with silage additive, which will give you an increase in yield. So if you're doing sort of chaff and silage, you can fill that up and add it to your product in the back. So it's pretty cool. It's a belt driven tipper by the look of it. So that will open up. We can have a license plate. Nice set of wheels on there. Pretty cool. Nice looking mod. Decent size as well. So that is that one. That's the Strautmann Tera-Vitesse CFS2201 DO by GEFD25. Next up is the Fliegl ASS. I'm going to say it like that. 298. This is by erShaba. This is obviously a trailer, so you'll find this under tools and trailers. 61,000 base price. It holds 48,000 litres of pretty much everything by the look of the bottom. It's 3 slots on console, which is pretty cool, nice and low. And this is it. So you're going to need a truck or a dolly to pull this, but it's a very interesting looking mod. You got this thing that juts out of the front. Basically what it does is when you tip it, the whole front there with the little grill pushes forward, so it pushes all the product out the back. Obviously the back lifts up, so it's pretty cool like that. You can change it, you can't quite see, but just underneath the number plate on the underside there is a grain door there, so you can have it tip side back or tip side grain door, like so. Pretty cool looking mod though. I like some of the old Fliegl trailers, but we do have a few options there. So wheel brand, we've got Trelleborg, Michelin, Mitas, BKTs, Vedestein, and back to Trelleborg. You can't change any of the wheel setups in any of them, and you can have a license plate option as well if you want. So pretty cool. I like the look of that. That's the Fliegl ASS 298 by erShaba. And then we've got this little fella. This is the Lizard Cultivator. It's obviously a cultivator, so find it under tools and cultivators. 1,500 to buy. Only requires 30 horsepower to run, but it is only 2 meters wide. It's 2 slots if you're on console, and it will have a working speed of 9 miles per hour. So there is a couple of options. It says wheel setup there, but if we go around the back a bit, so you can have it standard like that, or you can have with shaft, which basically puts the roller on the back, and then back to standard. So that is the only thing you can change like that. Main colour, as you can probably already tell, we can change to anything on there. And then the design colour, again, is pretty standard and obvious. You can change to that. So that's nice. Nice little small cultivator for all the small farmers out there. So that's the Lizard Cultivator, and that is by KAZTAN18. I didn't say who it was by, so apologies about that, but it's by KAZTAN18. And then we've got this, the DELTIS 1302 MTA3. Some right mouthfuls today, isn't there? This is a sprayer, so you'll find this under tools and sprayers. 30,000 to buy. It will hold 1,300 litres of either herbicide or liquid fertiliser. 5 slots if you're on console. It spreads out at 21 metres wide, so basically the arms will fold out to 21 metres, and it will run at 7 miles per hour when it's working. There is no options at all. It is what it is, but it's a pretty cool, nicely detailed model. So yeah, when you unfold it, those arms will fold out. You can just pull up to your herbicide tanks or liquid fertilizer tanks and fill up from there. So pretty cool. So that's the DELTIS 1302 MTA3, and that is by madarHR. And then moving outside to the placeables for today. First of all, we've got 4 sheds. So these are actually called sheds, and this is by Rajot GPLAY. So this is the first one. Nice and big, nicely detailed, with all the sort of render coming off the wall. wooden panels. Pretty good size, like I say. We'll have a look at them first and then I'll show you where to find them, etc. There's no lights in these, so I've got my flashlight on. I was just showing that as an example. Yeah, there's no lights in these guys. And then we've got this fella. Again, it's good size. Might get a little bit dark in here. No lights again. Again, nicely detailed with all the wood there effect and the render coming off. So you're going to be able to put some big decent machinery in there. And then we've got these two smaller guys here, so a little bit more open and airy. Again, no lights, but you don't really need any on these two, I wouldn't have thought. And this guy, which does come with a watering can, which fell over when I placed it. So you cannot go in this door though, which is a bit, I was a bit disappointed in that, because basically that whole back end is pretty much wasted. But yeah, a little bit disappointed about that. So these four you will find in your build mode under sheds, obviously, right down to the end. So this first one here is that one. That's 35,000 to buy. That's 5 slots if you're on console. And then the next one is here. It's 40,000 to buy. That is also 5 slots. And then this next one, 20,000 to buy, and that one was 3 slots on console. And then the end one is that guy there, 25,000 to buy, and that is 4 slots on console. So there you go, that is the sheds by Rajot GPLAY. Moving on from there, we've got 2 more shelters, and that is these guys. They kind of look, I think they're pretty much similar to the ones we had in FS19. Remember this sort of one on Failsbrunn. But this is Bale and Vehicle Shelter by Razak. And like I say, there's 2 in the pack. Again, we'll have a look. So basically they are the same, but this one's got sort of like the wooden support, the struts. And this one's a little bit more open. Slightly different colour in timber. But I think they're pretty much the same size. Now they have got lights in them and they do look like they are already on, so they're obviously going to light up at night. So as you can see, they are pretty much the same size. Again, these you'll find under your build mode and under sheds, and they're just these 2 guys here. So let's spin round. So the first one is 25 grand to buy, and that's this one, and that is 2 slots. This one is also 2 slots, and it's also 25 grand to buy as well. So pretty cool. That is Bale and Vehicle Shelter by Razak. And then moving on, we've got these 4, like so. This is Garden Lights Pack by BlendArt, so it's a pack of 4 lights. Obviously they will come on at night, I should imagine. They are all 2 slots, so you don't have to worry about the slots. This one here at the end, it's got like a little opening there, I don't know if you can see it. And if we bend down and look up, the light is up in there, so that's pretty cool. I like that. I've got a little concrete plinth base. These you'll find under your build mode, and they'll be under decoration and under lights and right to the end. So the first one here, this little sort of round stumpy one, 350 to buy, and like I say, they're all 2 slots. Then this guy is 350 also. The taller skinnier guys 350 as well, and then this fella at the end is 1,000 to buy. So pretty cool. So that is the Garden Lights Pack by BlendArt. And the last one for today is this, which is Water Fountain. This is by erShaba VSR Modding Sur. This is very nicely detailed. I do like this sort of old wood. It's like a trough, and we've got the water pump there. So basically it's a place sort of where you can get your water from, but it is another place where it's going to cost you to get water from. So I do have a tractor and trailer set up there, which I will just prove to you. I've already put some in there, but this you'll find under your build mode again, and this will be under buildings and then container, and it's right at the end there. This is 2 slots on console. It's only 500 to place down, but it's pretty cool. I do like it. Now, it does say in the mod hub description on the website, it says small source of decoration with which you can also supply water to your greenhouses. So I thought, well, that's pretty cool. Now, I only tested it quickly, so I put down a small greenhouse and placed one of these. I tried it either side, thinking it may fill up the water tank for the greenhouse, but it doesn't. So I'm guessing they just mean that you can fill up your tanker and then fill up your greenhouse from there. So unless I was doing something wrong, but I did sort of briefly test it, but it didn't seem to work for me. Anyway, let's jump in here. As you can see, I've already got some in, but if we pull up, if you look at the help menu, we should get our start filling trigger, and if you watch our money top right, it is going down. It does fill up pretty quick though, it's not too bad. I've seen a lot worse. So we'll stop there, and there you go, that has cost us 279. I'm still on euros. There you go, that's the last mod of today. I do like it though, very nicely detailed. Very, very cool. That was the water fountain by erShaba VSR Modding Sur. So I hope you have all enjoyed the mod review today. If you have, please give us a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.